A one-legged man makes a 90-day bike ride to Tibet. An anti-gay Hungarian politician has resigned after being caught by the police fleeing a 25-man orgy. Super Nintendo World theme park will open in Japan in 2021. These are the weird stories for Wednesday on Weird AF News, which is the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian. I'm Jonesy. Happy to be here. Thanks for lending me your time. I appreciate it so much. I hope this is a great episode. I hope it's funny. At least you'll learn something about the world, the weird world that we live in.
You're listening to Weird AF News with Jonesy.
A one-legged man makes a 90-day bike ride to Tibet. Wow, that's an inspirational story. This man with one leg riding a bike. This guy didn't sit on the couch and eat Hot Pockets, which is what I would do if I lost my leg. I wouldn't do much, really. This guy's like, no, I'm going to go ride a bike. His family's like, you're crazy, Larry. You're not going to ride a bike. You have one leg. He's like, watch me. And they're like, he'll be back real soon because he's not going to make it even around the block. He's like, oh, yeah, I am. I'm going longer. They're like, what, just an afternoon? He said, no, way longer. Going for 90 days. Going to Tibet. They're like, Larry, that is crazy talk. You're not even a Buddhist. I don't even know if his name is Larry or if he's a Buddhist, but let's find out. A 32-year-old one-legged man in northwest China, guess it's not Larry, he has become the latest online sensation, it says, after completing a 2,000-kilometer bike ride to Tibet. 2,000 kilometers. That's crazy. His name is Jing Hong. He lost his leg in an accident 11 years ago. It doesn't say what kind of accident. Let me see here. Is it a car accident? What about a bike accident? Was it a train, a plane accident? It doesn't say what the accident was. Doesn't matter. Jing Hong doesn't let accidents keep him from achieving goals. He's been riding his bike to different parts of China over the last 6 years. He's rode from southwest China's Sichuan province to southwest China's Tibet Autonomous Region. During the 90-day journey, he went to Kang Rinpoche, one of the major holy mountains in Tibetan Buddhism, and Nagari Prefecture, the westernmost area of Tibet. He also rode through Qinghai Lake, China's largest inland saltwater lake. As you guys already know, you guys are like, we know Qinghai Lake. That's the largest inland saltwater lake in China. This guy is unbelievable what he's doing, not letting things hold him back, such as missing a limb. And actually, when you're riding a bike, it's a pretty important limb. The legs are quite important when it comes to riding a bike. We have a very inspirational quote here from Jing that I'm going to read, and I'm not going to do a Chinese accent because that went horrible the other day. Here's the quote, and listen up because this will really make you feel good. When riding my bike, I feel flexible and free. It seems that my lost leg is back once again, and I am doing something just like normal people. I used to feel like I was useless after the accident, but when I started riding, I felt alive once again. Isn't that phenomenal? This guy's attitude and outlook on life. If I just had a pinch of this, I'd be doing much better. I feel like crap when I have chapped lips. Like, you'll hear it. I'll complain. My lips are chapped. This guy, one leg, is like, you know what? 2,000 kilometers on a bike is not impossible. I'm doing it. Then he's on Amazon. He's ordering a bike. Next thing you know, the guy's biking around a Tibetan Buddhist monument. I mean, it's just unbelievable, the inspiration this guy is. This guy, Jing, is it, man, right here. Unbelievable. This guy will get himself a two-legged woman, for sure. Look, it's hard to get a two-legged woman when you're a one-legged man. It really is, I'd imagine. You have to do something like break a record. You know, you got to get on a bike and ride 2,000 kilometers. You got to get in the Guinness Book of World Records. You know, then you make it work, right? Jonesy, how could you say that? It's so insensitive. I know, but I'm joking. You should know that I'm just joking about that. It's what's inside that counts, right, guys? And what this guy has inside is, well, it's more than I'll ever have. That's for damn sure. Like, wow, unbelievable. I broke a finger playing softball. I went home and cried for 7 days in my bed. That's how I handled that. I wasn't like, you know what? I'm going to break a record with my finger. An anti-gay Hungarian politician has resigned after being caught by the police fleeing a 25-man orgy through a window. Let me repeat that because this headline is phenomenal. An anti-gay Hungarian politician resigned after being caught by the police fleeing a 25-man orgy through a window. Through a window, it says. That's how you flee orgies. You guys know how you flee orgies. You go out the window, of course. Got to get the hell out of there when the raid is coming. A member of the European Parliament representing Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban was caught leaving what they say is a 25-man orgy on Friday. This guy's name is Joseph Sager. He resigned on Sunday after admitting to breaching the Belgium strict lockdown rules in order to attend this all-male sex party. The police found 25 naked men at the gathering, including Sager and some diplomats. The police are quoted as saying, "We interrupted gangbang." That's what it says. That's what the police say. Wow, the police in Belgium, very, very loose with the language. What happened? We interrupted gangbang. Thank you for that. You could have used different words. In the U.S., we would have used some different words for that. I like how they just get right to the point. No, it's gangbang. Now, this is significant that this was an all-male gangbang because this guy, Sager, helped rewrite Hungary's constitution to protect the institution of marriage as the union of a man and a woman. So this guy's not exactly supportive of LGBTQ rights in his country. And yet, the hypocrite, as most politicians are, caught fleeing a 25 naked man orgy. Of course. Police officers responded to the orgy after a complaint about a nighttime disturbance. They spotted Sager climbing out a first-floor window and fleeing along the gutter. How just humiliating is that? You get caught leaving a gangbang in the gutter? Oh, boy. Authorities claim also that narcotics were found in Sager's bag, but Sager insisted that he had not taken any drugs at all. It was just a tea party. You know how those go. I'm sorry. I regret deeply violating COVID restrictions. But it was just a tea party. You know, it wasn't anything like 25 naked men in a bundle. No, no, no. I would never. I am not for gay rights, as you know. That was the wrong accent, by the way, but I thought it was fun. And he resigned days later, as he should. It was a very un-American political move. In America, our politicians have so many scandals, so many lawsuits. They do not step down. They just keep going. They just let the scandals pile up. They have no dignity whatsoever, no pride. They are just scoundrels through and through. I'm generalizing, of course. But seriously, how many sexual lawsuits do these politicians have out there? And they just keep going. They're like, yeah, that's all right. I'm going to keep my job. How? I'm just amazed. I am amazed. But not in Hungary. No, I got caught fleeing gay orgy out the window. I retire. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. Super Nintendo World Theme Park will open in 2021. Are you psyched for Super Nintendo World Theme Park? Totally psyched for that. It appears that Universal Studios Japan is moving ahead with opening its Mario and Nintendo themed park in Osaka, Japan next year. Oh, sweet, bro. I've been to Osaka. It's the food capital of Japan. It's also the comedy capital of Japan. And now it's got a theme park that is based on Super Nintendo. Another reason to go there. The article says, throughout 2020, we've heard much of Universal Studios Japan's Super Nintendo World theme park being prepared, despite setbacks that have delayed the park's initial opening and a still concerning situation across the world regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. It would appear that Universal Studios is finally ready to move ahead with the park's opening. Universal Studios Japan and Nintendo have announced an opening. What's the date on it? Oh, February 4th, 2021. Booyah! There's a really cool video here that you can watch. You guys can Google the theme park on YouTube and the video will pop up. It's like a promo thing. You should watch it. It's pretty cool, especially if you're a fan of Mario Kart and Mario Brothers. The video features some of the attractions, including a Mario Kart themed roller coaster dubbed Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge. The video also features fresh looks at the completed park in motion. Yeah, so check that out. It looks so cool, man. Absolutely. It looks like they grabbed the Super Mario Brothers video game, just plucked it right out, and then made it in real life right in front of your face. So, are you guys down for going to a theme park in early 2021? I think that's a little risky. Let's wait for the COVID-19 vaccine to be distributed a little more widely before we start going to theme parks. That's just my opinion. Or at least don't go to a water park until you get vaccinated, I would say. Some people don't go to water parks anyways. They're just afraid of what's floating in that water, and I don't blame them. But yeah, I'm not against theme parks. I do dig them. I like how they've been getting very specific, like a Lego park, a Harry Potter theme park, and now you have, Super Mario Brothers, Super Nintendo Park. What kind of theme park would you like to see in the world? Let me think about this. What would I like to see? I think the Shining movie theme park would be dope. Like just this take over an old abandoned hotel and just turn it into this haunted hotel, man. Just have those two twins at the end of random halls, Have the kid riding around on the bicycle. Just make it super scary. That would be so fun. I'm into horror anyway, so that would be perfect for me. I don't know. What would you guys like to see for a theme park? Call the show. I want to hear from you. What would be the ultimate weird theme park? 646-450-2012. You can email me funnyjones@gmail.com as well. You can reach out to me on Instagram @funnyjones. Yeah. Yay! Hello, my friends. Please pardon me while I do some due diligence at the end of this episode, per usual. I already left the phone number and email. I would also like to let you know that you can join my Patreon as a way to support the show. It's a nice thing to do during the holidays. At least consider. You can join it by going to patreon.com/weirdafnews. Or you can find the link on the website to Weird AF News, which is what? Oh, I'm glad you asked. The website is very easy to remember. It's weirdafnews.com. You can join the Patreon there or donate me some cups of coffee. Buy Jonesy some cups of coffee. There's a link on the front page of the website that says, buy Jonesy some coffee. So you can do that as well. Or you can help out by just spreading the word of Weird AF News, maybe telling a friend that you think might get something out of it, someone who listens to podcasts, or someone who never has listened to a podcast. That's what's good about Weird AF News. It's a nice introductory podcast because it's news. People are already used to listening to news anyway, so it's not like, what is this? This is weird. Which, if you recommended some other niche podcasts, they might think that that's pretty weird. What is this? All this talk about real crime and murder? What is this? No, don't worry. It's just news. It's just news. And sometimes it's funny. Sometimes the host is funny. 50-50, really. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for your support. I appreciate it. And I'm going to publish some phone calls after this, so stick around.
What's up, man? Weird AF News. I've just listened to some of your content. It is extremely entertaining. Just wanted to reach out to you as well and say I'm just going to continue following you. I just discovered you, I think it was yesterday. And I've been hooked ever since. So, yeah, man. Thanks, eh?
Hello, Jonesy. Hello, Weird AF family. It's Michael calling from Iowa City. I hope that everyone had a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. And I was pleased, Jonesy, to hear that you had 7 new people join the Patreon over the Thanksgiving period. That's terrific, but I wish you had more than that. I guess I didn't issue my challenge in enough time and sufficiently early enough. Thanksgiving week, people were busy and probably on the move, and maybe you didn't have the usual amount of listeners that you would have during that week and over the Thanksgiving weekend with people preparing to, leave town, or maybe not as many people tuning in as usual. But I just feel like maybe there weren't as many ears on the station as usual, so to speak. I know it's a podcast. I'm talking more like it's radio. But I want to extend the challenge, as you had mentioned, and the Thanks for Giving Patreon challenge is now officially extended, at least through this week. Let's see if we can get more people to join the Jonesy's Patreon during this period. So I'll officially say, anyone who's thinking about joining the Patreon, Jonesy's Patreon, please consider doing it now. Anyone who joins the Patreon during this Patreon holiday challenge, I will match their donation at the $2 level. There are many giving levels in Jonesy's Patreon, but anyone who joins up to 50 new Patreon members, I will match their membership at the $2 level. So please consider joining at this time. As I said previously, Jonesy has had to cancel all of his comedy shows. I know how those are so important to him because he really feels in his element when he does those. But he hasn't given up. He just keeps giving back to all of us Weird AF listeners by providing us the daily content, helping us make us cheerful and keeping us laughing and bringing joy and laughter and lightness into our lives. So I'm so appreciative of what he does. Show your appreciation too. If you're considering joining at this time, it's the time to do it with my matching challenge. So please join the Patreon and let's join now and we'll earn a little extra money for Jonesy at this holiday time of year. Thanks everyone for considering. Love to the end.
Hey Jonesy, it's Finn. Could you do me a favor and please air this call? Alright, thanks. Okay, so, I have a message for Michael from Iowa City. Alright, listen here, Michael. I just listened to your Happy Thanksgiving message, and I was thinking, about your Thanksgiving challenge, and I just wanted you to know, you never cease to amaze me. What an amazing person you are. Like, you are an amazing person. I doubt any of us any of the other people in Weird AF News family would have done what you did for Jonesy and coming up with the Thanksgiving challenge. I mean, that's just crazy, man. You're so nice, and, well, I guess my point is, if I'm ever in Iowa, I'll keep an eye out for you, buddy. Thanks. Alright, also, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Bye!
What am I thankful for? The prospect of three things: feminine products, toothpaste, Hot Pockets.